Now I need 4 people who would identify as the poorest people in the class. White representative, black, Asian, and Latino or Latina. So what would you think makes you poor? Tell me about growing up. What do you have a credit card?
I have like a debit card just because like I work, but I work 2 different jobs. I work a job here and then I have to go back home and work too. And then I
work 2 jobs or work also?
I work 2 jobs.
Back home?
Yeah. And then
do you have a car?
My mom and I kind of share it. So like but I have to give her money to like help pay for it too. And I live with my mom primarily, and my dad, he lives like I go visit him. But I know my mom, she helps me, like she tries to help me pay, but I know she had to use like all of her 401k, I think, and then she works from 7 a.m. in the morning to 10 p.m. at night.
All right, so that's what we're talking about here. So who else? By the way, it's really utterly fascinating that the only person thus far who's up here is white, and we're in a race relations class. Now you sort of have a feel for. All right, so Carly, what's your name?
Sarah.
Sarah?
Yeah.
And bro, what's your name? David. What's your name? What is it?
Corsi.
Corsi?
Yeah.
And where's your family from?
The
Dominican Republic?
Yeah.
That's cool. Where's your family from?
Chad.
From Chad?
Yeah.
And now they live here, or just you live here?
I'm here just by myself, living with like my cousin in Philly, but both my parents are out of the country.
Yeah. Okay. So, Sarah, right? Do you have a credit card?
No, I have a debit card, but...
A debit card?
Yeah.
And do you have a car?
Not with me, but at my house I do.
You have one back home?
Mm-hmm.
What kind?
2007 Volkswagen Jetta.
Yeah, 2000. Yeah. Do you have a car, bro?
It's a 2000 Dodge Durango.
2000. And do you have a credit card?
I have my own credit card.
And who's paying for your school?
So I'm like taking loans every semester. Most of them are private loans.
So you're paying for everything?
Pretty much. And
yeah?
They're like in my name as well.
They're in your name?
Yes.
Damn. And Sarah, how about you?
Who's paying for college?
Yeah.
My parents are, but like they like have to take out a good chunk of loans to like
what's that?
They have to like take out like a good chunk of loans. Like they can't just pay it.
So they don't pay it. They just take out loans. But they're in their names.
Mm-hmm.
I'm paying, and I have paying for all of it, and I have qualified for some like grants and scholarships, but the rest is loans.
Did your parents go to college?
My dad did, but not my mom.
Going back to you, where do you live?
Pittsburgh.
But what kind of house? Like, what's your house like?
I remember my friends told me that it looked like a double wide trailer. It's like it's just like a ranch house. There's 2 bedrooms, two bathrooms.
Mm-hmm. How about you? What's your house like, Sarah?
It's like a rancher. It's just like 1 floor, and then it's like a basement kind of thing.
Thank you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Bro, how about you?
So I grew up most of my life like poor, but like my parents have recently started coming up. But like for 18 years of my life, we lived in a 2-bedroom house. I am the oldest out of 6 kids, and now we live in a 4-bedroom house. But like that's my family back home. I live on my own here.
Yeah. Okay. And bro, how about you?
In middle school and in high school, I moved like a bunch. My mom had like a small apartment, and my dad had like a kind of small house. It was kind of, I guess maybe a little bit on the lower end of things, but still kind of middle class, I'd probably say. Well, my mom was actually, she was like, she was always working in like different jobs, and like we were on welfare. And
were you expected to go to college?
Yeah, probably, yeah. Both.
And David, how about you?
Yeah.
By who? Who expected you to go?
Sort of like my parents and my whole family. Mostly because like there's like my family has gone to college, and people in my family have gone to college, but nobody's ever finished college.
Sarah, how about you? Were you expected to go?
I would say so. So like I'm the last of 9 kids. I have 8 older siblings, and it wasn't like, I don't know, I was like, if I didn't go to college, like it was okay because like one of my siblings didn't, but like I always like, I don't know, if I wanted to, like it was okay.
Got you. And were you, wait, what's your name again?
Carly.
Carly.
Yeah.
Carly. Were you expected to go?
Yeah, like it was kind of like that was just something that was going to happen. I mean, I was always told that I had to get good grades so I could like help pay for it or like some kind of scholarship. But I mean, because like neither of my parents went to college, so it was just like I was expected to go.
Yeah, so they really wanted you to go. Hey, is there anybody in the class who feels like they should be sitting up here? What's your name?
Eric.
Eric? Where are you from?
From Philly, North Philly. Both my parents. My dad didn't finish high school. My mom, she just got high school education.
Uh-huh. What do they do?
They work at the like Wells Fargo Center. They're just like average cooks or whatever. They probably make less than like $50,000 a year. So
together?
Yeah, together. I mean, I'm paying for school basically. Like they're paying my interest, but after that, like all the loans go to me. I'm taking out like about $6,000 per semester. So,
$6,000 a semester. Yeah. So do you have a car?
No, I don't got a car. I had a car, but it was like a '97 Honda. So.
Dude, were you expected to go to college or?
Like they tried to put me in a position to go to college, but basically like it was either trade school or college, whichever one I wanted to go to.
So trade school would have been okay?
Definitely like secondary education.
What's something that wealthy people don't understand about being poor?
There's a lot more pressure on me because I need to maintain certain GPAs if I want to keep certain scholarships, because I think I have one, but it's like $2,000 a semester. Like it's barely scraping it, but like if I don't have it, then I don't get to go.
So that's something that a lot of people don't understand. Does anyone want to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm here on like most of my money is scholarships and grants, so I'm trying to keep up with like that also. I mean, just how hard we work, like I feel like they don't like when they think of like poor people, they think of like lazy, but I mean, we're working hard. My parents like, you know, they put in their hours every week. I mean, they don't make a lot, but they put in the hours, so I mean, we work hard.
Mm-hmm.
So my dad works at a manufacturing plant in Simmons, and so does my mom. They both work like 6 days a week. My dad also like works at a garage when he could. So it's like they're always working, and it was really difficult growing up because like most of the time like the caretakers would just be like grandparents or like aunts and uncles. Also like just going here, I have some rich friends, and they'd always like to take trips and stuff, and it's just like, oh, why can't you drive down to Jersey for a weekend and spend 3 nights at a hotel and party? And it's like, because I can't.
I feel like, you know, if you are like poor, like you do like more often get grants and scholarships and stuff, and then like when you talk about getting that stuff, they're like, oh, you're so lucky, like, you know, you're so lucky you did all that stuff. And like I think we all like really do appreciate that stuff, and like we really like we're really thankful for it, but like it also like I don't know how to explain it, like it's just it helps, but it's still like it's really hard sometimes.
So I have one final question for the 5 of you. When I asked about getting the people in class who are at the lowest end of the socioeconomic ladder, Carly was the only one that really jumped up, and it was a lot easier to find people at the top. What were you thinking when you didn't initially raise your hand? What were you?
I thought I was just like, I just think there's more people poorer than me, like especially, I wasn't really born in the U.S. I was born in the Dominican Republic, but I became a citizen at a young age. So I know what real poverty looks like.
Right.
So just me being up here right now, I feel bad because I'm not really that poor compared to what I've actually seen.
Like, I don't know, I've never really like went to sleep like hungry or like thinking like where my next meal is going to be, where I'm going to stay. I've always like had like a house over my head. Like if I wasn't staying with my parents, I was staying like with my grandparents or something, but like they were at work. But like I've never really had to like worry about where I lived or whatnot. I feel like some people like, you know, they move around all the time. But me, I've been pretty like steady in my community, so.
Got you. So you know, all of you know people who are a step lower on the ladder that you're saying to yourself, no, those people are poor. That's not really me, which is a little bit, and by all of you know people on the ladder who are above you, right? Who are like, nah, man, I might be rich, but there are a lot of other people who are much wealthier than I am, right? Whether it's back home and PR in Nigeria or New Jersey or wherever, right? So it's a kind of similar thing. So if you're at the top, you're going to hesitate to come up here because of that. And if you're at the bottom, you're going to hesitate because maybe you're not as poor.